The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Puts it up from 17. It's hauled in by Beverly. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And here's George for 3. Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. Drops in the layup for 2. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat guard from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. He dishes it to Morris. Passes it to George. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Here's McCollum. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before. And it doesn't work with the great ones.
No.
Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting the jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And the shot is long.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
The shot by George, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Leonard attacking. That one, no good. Good D by McCollum. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
George passes to Morris. Back to George. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard attacking. And that one, good. Leonard's got 8 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. McCollum against George. Pass to Nurkic. Right side, Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. The Clippers grab the miss. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat.
Stolen by McCollum. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Anthony, and a lot of contact on that one. So, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Outside Williams, the pass to Shamet. Up in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
We've got Williams. Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Little. He's guarded closely. Portland moving the ball around. Trent. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Back to Morris. Williams looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Shamet finds Green. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the pick and roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Yusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick and roll game.
Morris passes to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. There's Shamet. Off the left rim and out. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Trent. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Shamet on the wing. Outside Green. On the wing Jackson. Passes it to Williams. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Williams has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. Simons, the pass to Trent. Elbow shot. Portland again missing.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Knocked loose and stolen by Hezonja. Here's Simons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Pass to Williams. Shamet with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Outside Jackson, pass to Shamet. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Clock at 6, and again the Clippers turn it over. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game with the Mavericks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Zach Collins checked in for Whiteside. Anthony comes in for Mario Hezonja. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. George, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
George finds Green. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
George against McCollum. Stolen by Zubac. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Leonard takes a three. Kept alive. Outside for George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big... And that does it for our half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanting to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity. But Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
Yeah, I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. Now, some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot.
Lillard, he just fills out the defense. He doesn't rush it. When they play off of him, he torches them. When they crowd him, he'll pull off the J. If they get too close, he'll drive it.
Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Collins and stolen by Lillard. McCollum outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Anthony's got 6.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the basket by McCollum.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Beverly finds Zubac. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Landry Shamet's checked in for Marcus Morris. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Zach Collins. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Count the basket. 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Little. Zubac defending. McCollum no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Kicks to Little. Simons, the pass to Hezonja. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Hezonja's got his first points of the game.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Outside Williams. Leonard looking over the floor. Up again. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lobs it up for Anthony. Leonard with the steal. Williams outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 5 now.
And you can see the break slowed down for him to kind of pick his spot. And boy, was he open.
Here's McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Start at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect. He sure worked his way to the top.
4-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on the path.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
You know, if you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely starting to happen. Shows you what happens when you put in the work.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. The drive by Jackson. It's good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Basket good. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Williams with a clean look. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Williams has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. And the pass to Trent. Nobody near Nurkic. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Shamet. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Shannon and George at the 2 and the 3. Morris is out there with Green, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Goes back up. Here's Nurkic, and finally they hit one. Nurkic has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Inside, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Passes it to Nurkic, fires the 3. Portland with a new 14. Jackson against McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony. That one off the back iron and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Morris. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 17.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really can be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
Here's McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and maybe causing some foul trouble.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Over to the left wing. Morris right side. From the arc. Traps in the tray. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
You got to be aware of McCollum. I mean, he's a competitor. And look, he looks for revenge in these situations.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Anthony. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. You see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
George, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands. His steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Here's Patterson. The dish now to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. And so here's Portland. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome to the special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't...
Coming right up. Hi, everyone. Payday. Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Golden State, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Curry passes to Thompson. Beyond the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
The advantage of having a point guard you can trust. Steph Curry has one thing in mind. How can we score?
You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
And he's good on the second. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And there it is for him.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
McCollum outside. From outside, off the mark. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Well, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
And stolen by Lillard. Out to Anthony. Great tee that time from Green.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Murray finds Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now here's Curry. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Curry from 17 feet out. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Love the work Steph puts into his game. Accurate from every spot on the floor.
Simons, the pass to Little. Here's Simons. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Whiteside. Second chance shot. And it's Looney with the rebound. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. It's a 3-point game. Coming off that loss against the Nets. The offensive rebound. Looney. Another shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Simons, the pass to Hezonja. From 13. And Pascal pulls it down. Here's Poole. The pass to Curry. There's the 3. No good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Warriors on top. They're up by 3. Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does to
It's a cognitive and neurological.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Pass to Whiteside. Here's Trent from past the arc. Sinks the triple. Trent's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Smile again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Wiggins is checked in for Golden State. And you know what, Smitty, if you track his movement, you can see how active Steph Curry is when trying to get open.
As a guard, it's so impressive to see how Curry moves and relocates to get a shot off. He works harder than everyone else in the league to free up that extra time and that daylight that he needs to get a shot up.
Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership, also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Anthony. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Pass to Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins is checked in. Can't hit that one. So Golden State will take it the other way. Now Thompson. He has 5. 1:44 left now here in the second. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Lillard looking around. Intercepted. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Banked in off the glass. Thompson's got 7 points.
That basket doesn't happen without the hustle from Thompson there in transition. He is a beast at finishing fast break chances.
Lillard dishes to Collins. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
His 2nd foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Lillard from outside. Portland again missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
And it's Green with the jam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Mario Hezonja is checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard.
Stephen Curry, that's a luxury to have a guy that can run off screens and shoot the catch-and-shoot jump shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Yep, that one goes. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pass to Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. McCollum outside. No good on the quick 3. And the first half is now in the books. Warriors. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second. And that'll do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the 5. That's the Warriors' 5. Lillard finds Nurkic. The shot's good. Nurkic has got 8 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. but money well spent by the Blazers. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 15, and a wide open look for McCollum. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 5.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Curry way outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
Lillard with it. He's got 5. And the layup falls.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Warriors leading by 13. And here is Curry to the wing right side. Chris finds Curry. Golden State moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Thompson against McCollum. And that one, good. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
Nice touch from Thompson there. If the defense does not crowd him, it's over.
It's McCollum on the wing. Nurkic with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And here's McCollum for 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And coming out of halftime, Coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Here's Curry. They get it back. And Green is right there. And the Warriors lead by 14.
Fantastic job by Draymond. I'll say this to you. He knows what work is.
Wiggins against Anthony. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. There's the pass to Whiteside. Clock at 4. Here's Trent. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Trent's got 5 now. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Back to Whiteside. Pass to Trent. Here's McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Stephen Curry. Portland, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Hezonja comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Little. Curry can't get it to go.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here's McCollum for 3. Steph Curry with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Got to pay attention to Thompson. He can sky up for those slams.
McCollum kicks to Whiteside. To the middle. Trent passes to McCollum. Portland again missing.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Thompson with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Passes to Whiteside. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Trent. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Portland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in, and he makes the first but misses the second. Curry passes to Looney. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Looney's got his first points in this one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
The pass to Trent. Warriors with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
It's tipped. And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Whiteside, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Nurkic gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Looney, Nurkic with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic, and Portland making a change here. Here's Lee, off the inbound, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit, lost the focus, I think.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them, a spark that turned things around.
Bowman, covered by Lillard. Bowman pass to Lee. 6 to shoot. Pascal controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Pascal, the pass to Looney. Golden State moving it around. Pass to Pascal. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the game with the Mavericks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Lillard from outside.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Curry against Lillard. Shoots from the line, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. 16 points for Steph Curry.
It's been this way all night. When Steph gets going, amazing things happen.
And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, the Warriors. Here's Lillard. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Shot from 12, and it's Golden State with another.
Excellent touch from the mid-range. Klay Thompson's jump shot. It's good from anywhere.
Lillard with the bucket.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Thompson for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And stolen by Wiggins. The drive by Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight. Curry against Lillard. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. Curry against Lillard. Takes the 13-footer, and the jumper is good. And that's 20 points for Steph Curry.
The ability to find soft spots in the defense. Curry reading it right, as usual.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
.59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Thompson passes to Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Lillard. There's Green. Plenty of space. Wide open. Couldn't capitalize.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait. But you can't blame him.
Adams taking his time here. Kicks it to Lillard. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 14.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
To the inside. Passes it to Looney. Lee outside. And the Warriors get it back. Now here's Curry. Nails it from the high post.
Phenomenal screen and roll player because of his ball handling ability. Comes off the screen, makes the right play, bucket.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your appearance, it's time.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Mavericks. Right now, at the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, the Portland Trailblazers, they're down in the 9th position.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. Clark, you admire rebounding. You were a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
Here's Lillard, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch. When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Anthony with it. Hardaway picks him up. Shot's good by Anthony.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Here's Nurkic, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis, and the basket by McCollum.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. That one doesn't drop. Collins with some nice D. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Doncic. 4th in assists, 6th in scoring, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's DeLon Wright in for Seth Curry. Pass to Wright, shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound for Porzingis. The pass to Doncic. Here's Kleber. He's guarded by Collins. Pass to Wright. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Here's Anthony following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Lillard, the pass to Anthony, kicks it to Whiteside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era, hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Barea comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Three-pointer right. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. He gets it in there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Mavericks trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And the shot goes in.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Now here's Little, guarded by Wright. Little gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
A 3-ball. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Portland out in front, up by... Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and Kobe.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Trey Burke. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position. Marjanovic kicks to Burke. Dallas moving the ball around. A second chance effort. Yep, it counts. Marjanovic has got his first points of the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact mark when on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
To the paint. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Down low, here's Finney-Smith. Nice move. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside, the pass to Hazanya. Back to Whiteside. In the corner, it's Little. Good on the triple. Little's got 7 points in the game. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for J.J. Barea. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Curry passes to Marjanovic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Marjanovic has got 6 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Passes it to Little. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
A chance here to take a look at where the Mavericks rank in the NBA currently.
And going back to their scoring average, I think it really gives them confidence. They go into every game knowing that they're going to get buckets. And a few key stops here or there, and most nights, that's all it takes.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. Shots good by Anthony.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hardaway. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Uncovered. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by Nurkic.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
McCollum. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Mavericks trail by 6. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up. And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
Finney Smith passes to Doncic, and it's good. 2 points. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down. Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Doncic kicks to Curry. And the 3 off target.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And there's the pass to Doncic. Now Porzingis out to the right wing. Porzingis stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny? That's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back. Much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And now Anthony pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, Porzingis showing you persistence there, just doing a nice job staying with it and finding a way to capitalize.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Burke in for Doncic. And then for the Trailblazers, Isanya, he's checked in for Collins. Little comes in for Anthony, and it's Simons in for Lillard. It's stolen by Little. Here's Simons, Burke covering, and Isanya gets it to go.
Boy, Isanya does a nice job at measuring these shots as an in-between scorer. I mean, he's got a nice mid-range game.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Dallas moving the ball around. Curry finds Porzingis. Back to Curry. Right side Porzingis. 4 on the clock. Over Hezonja. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Anthony's checked in. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Hardaway, and the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Simon. Portland again missing. Here's Dallas. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy's a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Doncic is checked in for Hardaway. Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Marjanovic kicks to right. To the right side. Kleber, the pass to Marjanovic. Outside for Berea. And the clock. And Marjanovic with the slam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Anthony finds Lillard. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 12 points for Lillard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Marjanovic and Whiteside sends it back. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lets it go from deep, and it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 15.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage. You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
From deep, and the Trailblazers another 3.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Wright is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Trent, and it's Wright sending it back. Porzingis against Whiteside, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Once Porzingis gets some momentum, just get out of the way.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Portland with the ball. Right side, Collins. Lillard outside. 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wright finds Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are. Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
On the wing, Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Lillard. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact. Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
McCollum outside. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Curry passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's exactly why they turn to Porzingis here, guys. They trust him to step up in big moments.
Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Porzingis passes to Finney Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them the lead.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
3-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Dallas.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They'll go get another chance. Anthony, right side. Second chance shot. It's good.
Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
And here are the Mavericks now. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here are the Trailblazers now. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Passes to Doncic. To the inside. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Clock at 6. Dallas again turning it over.
And that could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
No good. Ends with a big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21,
the bustling city of Portland, Oregon. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Here's Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. And here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Lillard from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, this is some Oaktown response. You make one, I got you back.
Leonard finds Beverly. And a miss there on the triple. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And finished off by Collins.
I like the fact that the timing on that play was perfect for Collins to get up, collect it, and dunk it.
Zubac, another one falls for the Clippers. Here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. He dishes it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
She's so good at rising, firing, and dismantling defenses.
Beverly dishes to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Shot by Collins, no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
And it's George finishing it off.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
Here's McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Right side's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hizanya comes in for Collins. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons.
That play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Back to Jackson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Williams passes to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Shamet. Lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Stolen by Jackson. There's the pass to Shamet. Back to Jackson. Kicks to Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. Simons the pass to Little. Here's Trent. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Trailblazers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Morris is checked in for Leonard.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
The drive by Green, and good that time. Green's got his second basket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Shamet the pass to Green. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7", reach over the top, snatch that.
And that one is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Little. Good on the shot.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position. Picked off in midair. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And finish off by Hezonja.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Los Angeles leading by 3.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Pass to Little. Shoots over Shamet. Little can't hit.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Williams passes to Green. On the wing, Morris. Passes it to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
Yeah, and that led to a few of their key guys spending long stretches of the game on the bench because of foul trouble. Hard to find yourself back in a rhythm when you do that.
And the pass to Simons. Now Hezonja, guarded by Jackson. Count it, good. Hezonja's got 4 points this quarter.
can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And now Portland on the break, and he's going up for the alley-oop.
Capitalizing on the error, grinding out points. You gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Portland's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Oh, Whiteside in position, throws down the alley-oop slam. You know, officials try to be as objective as possible, Brent. It does sometimes feel like we get superstar calls, correct?
I think there's absolutely superstar calls, Kevin. And, you know, the purist in me wants the referees to keep it fair. But understanding that the game is entertainment and understanding what it takes to be that level of player, every now and then seeing a guy like James Harden getting a few more free throws or watching Giannis find his way to the line a few more times, I shrug my shoulders and I say, yeah, I actually kind of get it.
Yeah, good examples. Jackson passes to Green and stolen by Whiteside. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. That gives them the lead. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Look, I know everybody wants to play point guard, but when Whiteside starts to do it, look out.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
I think Patrick Beverly, for the entirety of his NBA career, is really going to embrace the role of being the villain. Has no problem with it whatsoever.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. Pass to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. Here's George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Leonard with the ball. Anthony on him. Count it.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Bucket is good.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
He kicks it to Beverly. Releases. Again, the Clippers. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Will it go? Lillard lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 13.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points, 2 steals. And that does it for our
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Leonard dishes to Morris. The three. Collins grabs the miss. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 5. Brett, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Zubats against Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. No good on the three.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half. Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
Here's Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers leading by 9. Now Beverly. He has 5. To the middle. Zubats no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 now.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Leonard against Anthony. Count that one. He's got 17.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard finds Anthony. Here's Nurkic, defended by George. Leonard against Lillard. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Zubats. Back to George. The shot is good off the backboard. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Anthony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Because Melo's such a great scorer, you respect the pump fake even more. Deft at using it that time.
For the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Zubats. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Outside for George. Back to Green. The shot's good on the assist by George. Green's got 8 points.
Well, Paul George is great at breaking down the defense, and he does it with the pass that time.
Here's Whiteside. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Landry Shamet, Lou Williams out there with Jackson, and it's JaMychal Green, and it's Leonard in at the 4 slot.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Outside for Jackson. Back to Leonard. Over in the corner, Williams. Over Trent. Williams can't get it to go. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Trailblazers trail by 9. Pass to Whiteside. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
To the paint. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard with no one around. Off target with his 3. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 8-point game. The shot by Anthony, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Morris passes to Shamet. Back to Morris. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. From deep. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Portland's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13.
It's great to see when Melo spots his open teammate, good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Clippers leading by 6. It's Williams with the drive. And yes, it's good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
The pass to Whiteside. Inside. Here's Trent. Pass to Anthony. Can't hit from in close. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's Shamet. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Trent passes to Whiteside. From 11 feet away. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. Zach Collins checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simon. And then for the Clippers, Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Took him no time at all on that one. 18 points for Damian Lillard.
Lillard producing right now and finding ways to torch this defense, just filling up the stat sheet.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. And the jam by Whiteside.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's Beverley, and the layup is good. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
Lillard looking around. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. McCollum dishes to Whiteside. It's rebounded by Leonard. Launches a three, and it's Patrick Beverley with the three.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Anthony against Leonard. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. All free throws good from Beverley.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Adams with it. Pass to Hazanya. Here's Hort. Feeds it to Nurkic. Paul George with the steal. Misses there. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, Your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face, so get it, hold up. Ooh, that's good, need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
It's NBA basketball on. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Winding things down this season, they're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, the Warriors. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And seeing where the Warriors are, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. The shot by Curry, no good.
I don't think it's possible to overstate just how revolutionary a player Steph Curry is because of the way he has changed the spacing on the floor. Never before have we seen a player who shape-shifts a defense like Steph does. And that is because once he crosses half court, you better guard him. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
A shot by Thompson and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Well, Klay Thompson's simply one of the best to do it in the NBA right now when it's a catch-and-shoot situation.
McCollum outside. Unloads. Portland no good that time either. And with the way, Doris, defenses have to adjust for Curry. It just leaves so much more space for the rest of the team.
I think coaches, Kevin, because of Steph Curry's presence, they have got to change their defensive schemes, account for spaces on the floor that traditionally you wouldn't have to account for. That puts Steph Curry in a class of his own.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Fires from 14. Yes, that goes in.
Well, you love to watch Stephen Curry work from all over the floor. That textbook release, whether it's from 3 or in this case, the mid-range.
Lillard dishes to Collins. The Warriors pull it in, coming off that loss against the Nets. Green against Collins. Green, no luck. And Collins has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They trailed by 1. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Goes up on the wing. And that one is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. And Green slams it in.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man. Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization. Right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Count it from 12.
Boy, Kev, just smooth execution of the pick and roll. Curry has great understanding and a ton of success running this.
And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Nailed from three-point land. And it's all knotted up.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
It's Curry outside. Count that as his fourth basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Lillard. Collins passes to Whiteside. It's McCollum on the wing. Clock at 6. Whiteside finds Anthony. Wiggins with some nice D. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Draymond Green, off the dribble drive, the ability to go at the rim with great force. I love it.
Here's McCollum. Draymond Green pulls it in. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Here's Trent. And so it's the Golden State Warriors bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this.
I think there are times where one...
Why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. And everyone loves to talk about Curry's offense, but he does enough for us to hold his own on the defensive end as well.
Listen, Kevin, we know that opposing teams target Steph Curry on the defensive end. What you love about Curry is his quick hands allow him to come up with steals. His competitive nature makes him bulldogish enough that he's going to stick with a player and try to bother their shot.
To the middle. A 3 ball, and another 3 for Golden State.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And that one against the Pistons. They won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Here's Trent. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Curry with it. He's picked up by Little. Curry looking around. Over Little. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Left side Curry. Five on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Here's Looney. Portland grabs the miss. come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Chris is checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Simons. He can't hit that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Outside Curry. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Poole. 17 points in his last outing. And Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
That's great insight. Here's Poole. He's guarded by McCollum. Wiggins tries.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
To the inside. It's deflected. Nurkic with the steal. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Carmelo. Kicks it out to Collins. It's rebounded by Golden State.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Passes it to Poole. Wiggins with it. Now the pass to Pascal. Covered by Anthony. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Somehow misses the one-handed flush.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Lillard outside. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Lillard's got 5 now.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 21 points and 1 rebound. And that's a...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Steph Curry. Chris is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Pascal in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, we know Steph Curry is a lethal shooter. I think the underplayed value that he has is his finishing ability at the rim. He can get into the mid-range. I mean, you've got to guard this guy from every space on the floor as soon as he steps across the half-court line.
Pass to Chris. Green dishes to Wiggins. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Trailblazers trail by 13. Lillard attacking, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
On its way from Curry for 2, and he overshot that one, missing, and it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. And a deep 3 from Lillard. That shot off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins against Nurkic, and Wiggins throws it down.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, elite quickness, the power finish, that is beautiful.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. That one goes. Count it. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Wiggins. That one good for two. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a nice drive by Andrew Wiggins. Has an understanding of the game and knowledge of where to get to on the court.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Little can't hit.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Back to Thompson. The three. Another three for Golden State.
You see, you've got to stay tight and contest Klay Thompson as much as humanly possible. You give him an inch and forget about it.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 8.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Trent passes it to Simons. In the corner, it's Little. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Whiteside. Dishes it to Nurkic. It's stolen by Green. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Again, Golden State.
Well, you've got to identify Klay Thompson early. In transition, he's so dangerous.
Nurkic, the pass to Trent. Now here's Little. He's guarded closely. To stop the run, tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Draymond Green. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 3 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
And Portland making a change here. As Anya's checked in, the shot by Thompson, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Kicks it to Nurkic. It's Herzonia in the corner. He dishes it to Whiteside. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. 6 points for him.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Right wing. Thompson for 3. The rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 13-point game. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The drive by Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Warriors shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First one falls for him. And some changes here for the Warriors. Chris comes in for Looney, and Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Draymond Green. Both shots good from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. 6-second difference between shot and game plan.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
On the wing, Wiggins. He kicks to Curry. Lets it go with the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Kicks it out to Collins. Up again. Offline. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint.
Would have to be the multi-time winner of the six-man award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Curry fires from way outside. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second. That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
I'll tell you, it's incredible to me how consistently Steph Curry is. Dealing with a hand in his face, keeping his focus, and the jumper is just tight.
Lillard from outside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Chris finds Curry. From deep three-point range, drops in the tray. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut back down to 12 with the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Here's Chris. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, wow. Kev, how about that fantastic look by Steph Curry? The ability to create and make the guys around him better.
And a deep three from Lillard. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Curry way outside. No good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Stops. Pops. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Lillard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turns on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Chris in the post. Working on Nurkic. Higgins outside. Just 4 to shoot. And the shot goes in. And the Warriors lead by 14.
Now, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
Basket counts.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Green, he's checked in for Golden State. McCollum against Thompson. It's good from long range.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Anthony right side. Tries from 10. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Up top, Curry. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires at the elbow. Goes back up. Chris finds Green. And Thompson launches it from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And it's McCollum in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Portland no good that time either. Lee outside. On the wing, Lee. Takes a three. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For great...
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And checking out Portland, just a couple spots back.
And when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward.
Look at Lillard, how he used the shot fake to get the defense up in the air. I just love it. Once he gets them to jump, he goes right into the contact. Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Dallas again turning it over. As you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Anthony nowhere around. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I like to see this. Lillard patient, reading the D. He finds the open man.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And that one's good, Lillard.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively.
Hardaway with a wide open look. No good from outside. Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Collins passes to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. And finished off by Nurkic.
And all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. Wants to get it to Doncic and does. That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And it's off from 3-point range. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Anthony gets it to go. League has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. He's leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play. If anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack of flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, I'll tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line. with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Lillard with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Anthony. Curry against McCollum. To the paint, Nurkic with the steal. Anthony down low. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
They've tailored their offense around him, and let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Passes to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Dallas shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Simons. Here's Azania. No good on the triple. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. 4 on the shot clock. Turnaround Jay. Kleba, no good.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And it's screened in by Whiteside.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball. Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Here's Wright, the pass to Marjanovic. Over Whiteside. Marjanovic, no good. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. Here's Little, and it's Little finishing it off.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
It's good. Yes. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Right side, no good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Barea with it. He's picked up by Whiteside, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. So it's the Mavericks now, trailing by 10. Here's Burke. Makes it off the glass. Burke's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Trent passes to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
You Get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Little with the ball. Wright's there. Little gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum's checked in for Portland. Then for the Mavericks, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Berea. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Little kicks to Whiteside. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Well, it's such a boost. I mean, not something you want to have to count on every night, but you can tell how much they trust their reserves.
McCollum outside, pass to Azania. And here's Little. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simons. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Wright. Marjanovic down low. He's covered by Whiteside. Wright dishes to Doncic. Another shot. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. Another three for Dallas.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
McCollum finds Hazonia. Here's Simons. From outside the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. And it's Hazonia with the foul. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Zach Collins comes in for Hazonia. Anthony's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright. Lillard from outside.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Curry kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Kleba for the three. Hits it from three-point range. Kleba's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Another in the long line of big men who can drain the three. That makes him a very tough cover.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a fantastic first quarter from Carmelo Anthony. He had 9 points and 1 assist. And that...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the four-man position.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Lillard against Doncic. Outside for Curry. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Porzingis. Count that one. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And the basket by Lillard.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Down low, outside for Curry. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Collins. The pass to Hardaway. Porzingis with the ball. Shoots over Nurkic. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Porzingis. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Wasted no time on that one. McCollum's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 3rd in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well.
Well, the best season of his career, Kevin, but then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Wright comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Barea checked in for Curry, and Trey Burke subbed in for Doncic. Burke kicks to Marjanovic. Second shot opportunity. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Marjanovic has got 6. And the Blazers were looking for that 3rd star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career. I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those types.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Whiteside against Marjanovic. Whiteside, the pass to Anthony. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Shoots over Marjanovic. Whiteside, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Burke kicks to Marjanovic. Burke, the pass to Kleba. Now here's Marjanovic. Outside for Barea. And the 3 ball is good. Barea's got the lead up to 2 now for Dallas.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. A wide open look here for Wright. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And they double up Whiteside. Anthony, the pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Marjanovic. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 4. Wright, left side. Burke kicks to Barea. Back to Burke. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
They get it back. Out to Anthony. Nurkic, the pass to Simons. Looking to end the run, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Nurkic has got 7. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. He knocked. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Anthony out there with Collins. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Curry deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Kleba, and it's blocked by Whiteside. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Zinkas, he's checked in for the Mavericks. McCollum against Curry. Pass to Lillard. From deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Finney-Smith kicks to Hardaway. Over in the corner, Doncic. Shoots over Lillard. Yes! And the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Lillard with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's the pass to Trent. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Mavericks leading. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Hardaway finds Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Goes back up. They get it again. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Trent. And he banks in the layup. Trent's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, man, a reliable glue guy. Collins isn't just a skilled scorer. I mean, he's a rebounder, and he passes it well, too.
Doncic, no good. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. That's good from Collins on the assist by McCollum. Collins has got his first bucket in this one. Hardaway passes to Curry. And here's Porzingis. Over Whiteside, hits the jump hook. 14 points for Porzingis.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make when he plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Porzingis, good work defensively by Whiteside.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
From 20 feet out, McCollum no good. Mavericks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Out to Hardaway. Doncic against Lillard. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Here's Porzingis. Passes it to Curry. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
A 3 from McCollum bangs home the trifecta.
Love the poison McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
The Mavericks trailing. And stolen by Whiteside. 4-on-3 break. From deep. Again, McCollum missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Hardaway. Doncic kicks to Porzingis and stolen by Lillard. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot from 12. Just 2 to shoot. McCollum, no good. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic leading the charge.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Clutch is Lillard's middle man. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 1. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment